All right, guys, we are back with the 117-mile review of the Mizuno Neo Zen. We're going to talk about the upper, the midsole, the outsole, how it's holding up, answer some questions that I had from the first video, talk about a little bit of nuance with the shoe. All right, let's talk about the upper first. Yes, get the boring part out of the way, save the best for last. The upper, it's white-ish. It's a little bit dirty, and that's my fault. I got 3 kids. And I got no excuses. That is just the way it goes. Now, I didn't have a problem with the lockdown. Some people had a problem with the lockdown, the fly knit upper. I don't know if it's fly knit, but it's a knit upper. I will say this, it scrunches like the Metaspeed Edge Pair scrunched and maybe like a Nova Blast or something. Whenever you tie the laces down, it goes all Ben Folds 5 on you, you know, and I will say that aesthetically, I don't really care what I look like. I'm very married. I don't care what I look like in the streets. I don't care how embarrassing or cringy I look at any point in time in my life. And as far as the ride goes, that upper does not affect the ride. So all is well. Guys, it's 2025. I don't even know if people ask to subscribe anymore. So for the outsole, this was actually one of the questions that I had in the initial review of the shoe, which I'll put right there, because the outsole in the Neo Vista was a slippery and I thought, wow, this looks exactly the same. This is gonna be a problem, and it's not. This is not the same. It looks the same, it is not the same. This outsole is just fine. All right, now we're going to talk about my absolute favorite part of every shoe review, and that's the midsole and the ride, and what does it feel like to run in this shoe? Because you don't know, you might be thinking, I might buy this shoe, might give Mizuno a chance, but what am I gonna get? First of all, you do get a lightweight shoe. You're also gonna get a very versatile shoe. Now you say, well, who is this guy? Like, who is he? Who is this guy? Well, my name's Andrew, midlife runner. I'm 5'6". Pisces, my birthday was just yesterday, 45 years old, and I weigh about 147 pounds. But here's the deal. I like this shoe, so does Yowana. Yowana, totally different. He's more of a heel striker, I'm more of a midfoot striker. He's a bigger dude who puts more power down. He thinks this shoe is a banger. I also think this shoe is a banger, which means this shoe is accessible for a lot of people. Now, on the ride, you'll see there, it says smooth speed assist. That's a little bit of the rocker geometry here, but it's very, very subtle, which allows for you to heel strike, which runners tend to do at slower and easier paces, but also gives me as a midfoot striker the phantom heel effect, where I feel like when I land, I'm just missing the heel and landing midfoot and toeing off. So Mizuno somehow still stays true to form with giving you a solid midfoot feel, but also not alienating heel strikers. All right, guys, now the next part, I want to talk about the foam of the midsole. Let's get into a debate. Let's get heated in here, okay? Because Nike, they put Zoom X on everything, but it's a different Zoom X formulation depending on the shoe. Vomero 18 Super Shoe, doesn't matter. Well, Mizuno, last year, they came out with a new foam called the Energy Next. It's a nitrogen-infused EVA, very soft. Well, it's different this year in the Energy Next. I always want to say energy, but it's Energy Next. Energy Next in the Neo Zen. So this shoe, it feels a lot more stable and supported. It does not have a plate. It does not need a plate. And so it makes me excited for the rest of the Mizuno lineup this year if they continue to use this formulation of Energy Next, especially the Neo Vista 2. Anyway, what it does for this shoe in this ride is it creates a versatility of the shoe, and that's what I say it's its greatest strengths. You can go easy in this shoe, and it says here, crafted to experience effortless performance. And I think that that rings true to this. I did 11 miles today, effortless. I could take this shoe for a long run and it's got no quit. It can just keep going. I also think if I want to pick up the pace, it has the bounce and it's light enough in the speed and the energy return. In fact, somebody was in my comments telling me like, I can't go slower than gray zone to marathon pace in the shoe because it just makes me want to go fast in it. And that's true for that person, and I can understand that. And for me, I can cruise in the shoe or I can pick it up. That's the magic of this shoe. So, and that makes sense because when you think about it, like all of the reviews and the initial review, I don't know if you watch shoe reviews, but I watch a lot of shoe reviews. And you're watching this shoe review, that means you probably watch a lot of shoe reviews. And nobody ran in the shoe and immediately was like, banger, banger, this shoe is, you have to run in this shoe. But they said, it's a good shoe. This is a good shoe. Neozen, the general consensus was it's a good shoe. And only after time do people like Yowana come out and say, my daily trainer banger, this shoe is a banger. And I'm sitting here telling you, this is a banger. It's the shoe that I reach for, that I want to reach for. When I go into my closet, my shoe closet, yeah. Oh God, that guy just carries on. What a yapper. Okay, look, I think what he was trying to say, this shoe is a banger. This shoe's a banger. If you're in that $150 market, you should totally give this one a shot. My questions for my next 200, 300 mile review, it's really just gonna be about the foam and how it wears over time, because the Interzee Next 1.0, the EVA version, after about 100 to 120 miles, it started to soften and it made the Neo Vista for me like a up-tempo shoe just down to like an easy day shoe. It made it one note. Will the Interzee Next of the Neo Zen change? I just needed to sit in one more shot. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.